We should take you to the house.
We could start there. It's kind of the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'd always had a camera when I was a kid, but it was never one of those stories like I got the camera and it was the rest of my life. I'd been involved in photography before, but nothing ever seriously, until I was in college and my aunt sent me this whole cache of negatives that my great-grandmother shot, and I think other family members, while they were living here. And it was just the negatives, there weren't the prints, so I had to learn to go in the darkroom and develop and print them all, and discover this whole history of the place.
Nick took me on our first date here.
One of the first times we came here, we were sitting up above the pond watching a sunset, and we came up with this idea to create.
We thought, wouldn't it be cool if you had a house where the whole wall was windows, because then you would never have to be trying to fit the sunset into one little space. And then not less than a year later, we built it.
When we were living here and building it, it definitely didn't ever feel like an escape, because it was your everyday life. But now that we've moved on to different places and are working different jobs, it's definitely I don't know, escape or a reality check.
Once we built this place, I was kind of like, I never thought I could ever build anything so big. So in a way, it kind of calmed all my fears. And then when you build something like this, you're like, oh, wow, I can do anything.
First one we found was this one that's behind me, in an old abandoned barn up in Pennsylvania, just a couple days before we quit our jobs and headed down here. So that kind of started it, and we collected them on the way. We just kind of made it the purpose of our journey or whatever, is to stop everywhere we saw like a yard sale or an antique dealer and just stop and look for windows. The opening ones we found in just like a restore type place in Washington, D.C. So each one has a little bit of a story to it. I think as we went and got into the building, we brought our thoughts and practices and ideas to it, but at the base, it was really that idea of making a home. I just get a kick out of people that use the process just out of visual aesthetics and like showing off the mystery and the magic of it. For me, the process isn't really about that. It's more about it, I guess, how it translates and it makes you think about time.
My mom taught me how to sew, and my grandma had taught her. I started making my own clothes in high school. Like, I'd go somewhere and I'd see something and I'd like it, but I'd kind of not like one part of it. So I'd be like, okay, well, I'm gonna figure out how to do it and do it how I want it.
Working with materials and being hands-on with the process. Part of why I do things in this way is the experience of it.
There's something about the way that like this seam feels when it's hand stitched, and you can feel that like hands have been on it.
As an artist, I've just learned over time that like if you have an idea, you can find a way to make it.
I would love to have people in here all the time, and you make something beautiful, you want everyone to be part of it. And that makes it even more beautiful, like that makes it grow.
Sometimes the category could be woodworker or log builder or photographer, and which one are they going to accept? And sometimes the easiest one is just saying you're an artist.
That's an artifact.
That's
It's a sweater.
An old sweater?
Old hat?
Hat? Sweater?
That's a hat. That's a hat.
Wow. Something knit.
But that would wash up nice.
Yeah, clean it up. We'll wear this later.